Hello everybody, this is Cheri at djsundry.blogspot.com, and you see lots of strips of paper on my desk. This is from the Calypso pack from Close to My Heart, and I am doing a project that's outside of my normal box. Normally you see paper crafting, either scrapbooking or picture my life or card making or something along that vein. I've even done notebooks and things, but today we are going to alter something. So I have this basket that I just picked up for $1 at my dollar store, and I want to use it to make a scrap basket. And what do I mean by a scrap basket? Well, this is a basket that I want to be able to have that I can just drop when I'm working on a project. I can drop my scraps in it, and it can accumulate over a little bit of time if I choose to let it. And then periodically I can go through and you know, I have completely made cards out of scraps before. Well, after I have the base, of course, but I've done all my decorating and stuff with basically scraps, and that is super fun. So that's what I want to use this basket for. Now, if you are participating in my crop that is coming up on August 5th and 6th, this is actually a challenge for you. I challenge you to get some type of a basket, or it can be a shoebox or a photo box, or maybe you have a Cricut and you want to make your own, but I want you to make some sort of basket to keep your scraps in at the crop. If you're cropping along with me at home, it'll be there and ready for you, and it's going to be an important part of our crop time. I'm just going to give you that hint. So you want to have some sort of a basket. Now, for everyone who is participating, everyone who completes it, and if you are at the crop, you bring it completed, you will get one ticket for it. If you're doing the virtual crop, you will get one virtual ticket for it, and you just post the picture in Facebook and just say that it's your basket or your scrap bin, whatever you want to call it, and then we will be having some fun with that. If you happen to use a Close to My Heart product in the basket, then after you post your picture, I want you to leave a comment down below, and you'll get two. One for using Close to My Heart products, and two, the second one, just for participating. So I hope that you'll come and play along. And if you're going, Cheri, I don't know what you are talking about this whole virtual crop thing, well, I will put a link down below where you can go to Facebook, request to be in a private group that you can learn all about this crop, because we are going to have a ball. I am sending kits out. There is a charge for it, but I'm sending kits out for it. I am doing different challenges that you can earn tickets for, and whoever has the most tickets will get prizes, and there'll be completely separate prizes for the virtual crop than for the online, or from the local crop, so that there's no competition between the two, and it's just going to be fun. So all that to say, let's get to the basket. So what I've done is I do have these Calypso pieces, and you can see they're very long. The problem is this is actually the second time I've shot this video, because if I went this way, 12 inches fit this way, but there was nothing up the sides. And so I was really struggling with it. And so what I decided is 12 inches also won't go around this way, but if I put pieces together, it will. So what I did is, I'm just going to move those aside. I cut 1 inch by 12 inch pieces, and then to that I added a 1 inch by 4 inch piece, and I just tape them together using my adhesive. And so then what I'm going to do is I am simply going to start weaving. Now, the type of basket that I'm altering is just a very simple, cheap dollar store basket, but you can see how much fun. First of all, I love the colors because they just scream summer to me. It matches so well with the Calypso pack, and it's something fun that I can take to the crop and be able to throw my scraps in, because I am hoping, of course we will see how this works out, but I am hoping to get to crop too. So there is the first strip. So I am going to go around and do that all the way down using alternating strips, and then we'll come back and I'll show you how we're finishing it up. So come back soon and I'll give you the finished basket. Okay, so I'm moving on to the next step of the basket, and the next thing that I have here is a scrap. Now, had I realized that this is the way the basket was going to go, I would not have done it quite this way, because as I showed you at the beginning of the video, we added little strips so that it would be long enough to go all the way up the sides, because it was closer to 16 inches all the way around than 12, and obviously with a piece of 12-inch paper you can't do that. And so what I had originally done is, since this direction was 12, I had done one strip this way and then added a bunch of 4-inch strips around the sides. But that created a problem of making them adhere correctly. So that's when I went back and added and made the 16-inch strips. So then all I had to finish off were the ends, and I just have one left. Now, rather than getting new paper and starting over, because that's not a good idea, because I don't want to waste paper. After all, it's a scrap bin. I want to utilize what I have. So what I did is I had these 4-inch strips that I had already cut and had already used, but I pulled them out. And what I did is I took one and laid it down. I cut the other one in half, so I had a 2-inch strip, and then taped them together, so I have almost a 6-inch strip. It's probably like 5 3/4. And so then all I had to do was weave it through the end. So this is the last one of those to do. And so what I did is I just weaved it through just like so. Oops. It's easier off camera, you know that? Okay, so I weaved it through, and then I have this strip sticking out at the bottom. So then I flipped my basket over, and I want to make sure that this is all the way to the lip of the basket on that side, and it is. So then I just took my adhesive. Now, honestly, I think a glue dot would have worked really well for this. I just used my Tombow, but a glue dot would work well. But I just took it, whoops, upside down, towards the end, and I put some adhesive in there. Make sure I'm all lined up there again, and then I just set it over. Now, before I do anything else, I flip the basket over on that side and then make sure it's adhered down really well here. Okay, then I flip it back over and I trim off some of that excess, because I really don't want it showing on the other side. Not that it matters, because I'm just throwing scraps in there, but I just prefer not to do it. Now, some people might not like seeing this unevenness. It doesn't bother me personally, because again, I'm going to be using this as a scrap basket, and I have the versatility that it's really not that big of a deal to pull it all apart if, say, I want to use it for St. Patrick's Day and make something different out of the basket. So I'm not using a super large amount of adhesive, because I want to be able to take it apart and reuse the basket without having a sticky mess. The other thing I want to point out is this particular basket has a lip up here, so my strips going the other way rest nicely in that lip, and I didn't have to worry about putting adhesive. So actually there is no adhesive at this point sticking to the basket itself at all. Which these slick plastic baskets, sometimes regular adhesives don't work very well anyway. So now we have all of the paper in the basket, and I can't get my camera's too close to get it far away without changing my whole setup. So that's kind of, you can see how it's going to look. So now all I have to do is decide what I'm going to do at the corners and finish off. Now that I have lots of options, but I am kind of playing with them, and I will be back and I will show you the finished basket. Okay, I am back and I have finished it off. What I decided to do is to leave all but one corner open. I'm not too worried about losing too many scraps through there, because I'm not going to be moving it a lot while I'm using it for my crop, and if anything's small enough to fall through there, it probably won't, as little as I'm going to be moving it. If you were wanting to you know, kind of fussy cut and put paper in there, you could do that, or you could use ribbon or something. And I had actually planned on tying a big bow in the corner and calling it good, but I wanted a little bit more than that. So as you saw when I first turned on the camera, this is what I ended up doing. I pulled the Picture My Life cards from the Calypso pack, and I had forgotten this one was in that pack. What's that say? Enjoy the little things? Might have heard that one before. I've been saying that on my videos for a long time, probably several years. And so I thought that's perfect. And of course it all coordinates because that's the color. And so I took the Picture My Life card, and I cut it out. And then on the back side, I took another Picture My Life card that was just kind of watercolor, and I hand wrote with my black Shin-Hand marker, Crop Till You Drop 2016. And I placed it on a wooden skewer, and that was a little bit challenging putting that skewer in there because I kind of had to bend with it. Thankfully this plastic's a bit flexible, so I could do that. And then I found this green ribbon just in my ribbon stash. It's something that I've had for a long time. It says it's for scrapbooks and craft bow or gift bow crafts and decorating. I have no idea. Let's see. U.S. Greenbrier. I don't even know where I got it, but it was in my scraps. And so I tied a double bow to put on the top, and there we have it. Now I will put a photograph at the end so that you can see the whole thing kind of in one fell swoop. And now I have my challenge all ready to go, and I can't wait to share it with all of my crop attendees. Again, if you want to attend the crop, I will put a link down to the Facebook page below so that you can join us, and I will be kitting over the next several days so that all of the kits for the virtual crop can be sent out on a Friday or Saturday of the week, at the end of the week of July, what is that, 28th, 29th, something like that, so that you will have them in plenty of time to join in on the crop on August 5th and 6th. So join the challenge, and even if you don't crop till you drop with this, go ahead and come check out the page, and you can join the challenge. You just won't get the points, but it's still something fun, something pretty to set on your desk or next to your desk so that you can have a nice place for your scraps. So thanks for stopping by today, and remember, take some time to enjoy the little things. Have a great day. Bye.